Hello everyone, and today I have with me the new Samsung Fold 2. And what I was wondering the most is, how is it like playing games on that huge screen? Because most games are made for a wide aspect ratio, but this screen is almost a square. So I'll try a couple games from the Play Store to see how they look, and then some emulators too. I'll be using an Xbox controller so my fingers are not all over the screen, and let's go. I'll start with Asphalt 9, and right off the gate, this screen is amazing. You can close the phone and continue playing on the outside display, and that's how I noticed that this is cropping the sides. You can see here that the car is all in the frame, but when you swap back to the main display, there's a huge crop, so you are losing a considerable field of view. It doesn't really matter in this case because it's a racing game and just looks amazing in this display. But if this happens in an FPS, it might be a disadvantage. So let's check Call of Duty. Again, playing in this display is amazing, but it doesn't swap between screens very well like in Asphalt. If you swap, it will just scale that almost square resolution across the wide display, and it doesn't look very nice. You need to close and restart the game in the cover display to get proper scaling. And as you can see, you are losing a lot of field of view. You can see it better here. When you swap to the main screen, you can't even see the red building. It feels like you are losing around 50% of visibility, which is massive. And this is with the field of view at maximum in the settings. I guess if you are very competitive, you can play on the outside screen, which is basically the size of a normal phone, and you can play on it with no problem. But I don't really care that much, and I prefer playing on the big screen, even though you're losing that massive field of view. Moving on to Shadowgun, it doesn't scale between screens very well again, and just like Call of Duty, the field of view is cut in half, so not looking good for shooters. PUBG is looking good and scales well between screens, and so far it's the only game where you don't lose field of view but actually gain. You can see here side by side that you are getting much more information on the top and bottom. This is scaling done right. It's the only game where you're not at a disadvantage for using the bigger screen. Now let's go over to emulators. The Fold is one of the favorite phones to run emulators because the screen's aspect ratio is basically the same as the old consoles. And yeah, it feels good playing these games in full screen without any widescreen X on the background. This is Dolphin running GameCube and Wii games, and most of the games run with no problem. This has a Snapdragon 865 Plus, and I already made a video testing emulators on that chip. So this is not about testing if the games run or not, but how good do they look on the big screen. And yeah, they look good. PSP is looking fine also. Not full screen, but about 18% larger compared to the Note 20 Ultra, and it's a noticeable difference. This is Modern Warfare 3 running on the Wii emulator. And this is awesome. Basically all you need is a controller or two and you got yourself the ultimate portable console. Now I'm going to try an emulator that I never tried before called Citra. It's for the Nintendo 3DS and it was released recently for Android, and the Fold makes it a perfect candidate to bring the nostalgia back. This is Ocarina of Time running fine at 4x resolution, and it's a huge difference. You can see here side by side, it makes the game look so much better. You can play with the phone folded like this for the authentic experience, or you can rotate the phone to have a really big screen instead. Everything is working fine, even the gyroscope is working. You can move the phone to look around, it's really cool. Dead or Alive, it's not working so well. It stutters a bit. Playing at native resolution or 4x doesn't seem to matter. It will always have some lag when you're moving into a new area. If the camera doesn't move much, then it's fine, but yeah, it's not very playable right now.
Suffer.
I have no choice but to fight.
Get ready, fight!
This traitor, prepare to fight. I have no choice but to fight.
Get ready, fight!
Tenshi.
Next game is Super Smash Bros. It runs a bit better but still lags a bit when stuff gets crazy. Don't mind my gameplay, I have no idea how to play this. Just pay attention to how the game runs. This is the type of performance you can expect from the Snapdragon 865 Plus. Now let's talk about temperatures. Surprisingly good. The phone is around 28 in standby. After 15 minutes of playing Call of Duty Mobile, it got to 37. Playing the entire first level of Modern Warfare 3 left it at 40. Going back to Need for Speed dropped it to 37. And then back to Asphalt left it at 47. So the moral of the story is don't play Asphalt. Anyway, I'm really loving this phone. It feels really good on the hand and all the stuff you can do with a foldable screen is really a whole new world. But I'll probably do a full review later. This video was just to see how it is to play on this monster screen. I hope you liked this video, thank you for watching and have a great day.